Hey guys, Chico, he provides. Hope you're all doing well today. We're doing better than we deserve, and we would like to ask you that you would give us a thumbs up, share the video all around, and if you're not already a subscriber, we'd appreciate it if you become one. Today's subject matter: how to be successful at auctions. And what I mean by that is, how do you go to an auction and be the successful bidder, get the good deals, make it a profitable venture? How do you be successful as an auction attendee? I'm going to tell you, I've been going to auctions as long as I can remember. As a kid, I would go to auctions with my grandmother, state auctions, and she bought all kinds. She bought household utensils, household linens, art, all kinds of stuff, and she was good at it. I watched and learned and listened, but I was also kind of a goofy young kid. I'd run around, play, and chase girls, but just being in that environment, you pick things up. My father was an independent car dealer. He owned his own lot. He made his own purchases. We went to 2 and 3 auctions a week. Now, granted, they're car auctions, but a lot of the same principles, a lot of the same psychology, a lot of the same body language. You picked up on them. Again, part of me was a goofy teenager or young. Well, we started when I was like 9, maybe sooner. But part of me was being goofy, but part of me was really soaking this up. And then when I became a young man on my own and I had to buy my own stuff, I realized auctions was the way to go. I've been attending auctions as an adult for, oh my, let's see, 30 years, 40 years? Let's see, yeah, 40 years. I've been attending auctions as an adult for 40 years. And I've made, in the past, I've made decent income from auctions. We've set up vendor malls, we've bartered, and a lot of our household products we've bought for fractions of the cost, pennies on a dollar. There was once I bought a whole, there must have been 40 boxes of yarn and material wrapped up, and it was late in the day, which is one of the things I'm going to touch on. And this has been a few years ago when you could still buy stuff for less than $1. I bought everything in the room for $0.25, all of it. And then women, mostly, who really didn't want to buy all of it, but wanted a box or 2, started to approach me. And before I left, I sold over half of it and more than paid for everything that I bought the whole day. You can have this kind of auction success, and I've got 8 pointers for you. And I'm going to leave the absolute, far and away, most important tip for very last, so stick around. It is the key to success. But number 1, you don't just show up at an auction and expect to have success. Preparing for the auction starts at least the day before, sometimes several days before. You go to the auction website, you look at the pictures, you do a little research. If it's an item that you're not familiar with, if it's a push lawnmower and you just need one you don't really know, you've never bought and sold, do some research, see what that kind of lawnmower brings. Are they junk? What are they selling for? What's a new one cost? What might you expect to pay for it? What is a good deal for you? Do your research, especially like they'll sell cars. Last auction I went to, they had 2 great vehicles. I did some research, did Kelley Blue Books, Edmunds.com, looked around, figured out, okay, if I could buy this vehicle for this price, I'm a buyer. So do your research, look at the pictures, see what it is that you're interested in, start to develop a plan. Also, before you go to the auction, believe it or not, how you dress is important. I have always chosen to dress in bright colors, at least most of the time. A lot of time I don't, or some of the time I don't, but I do better when I wear bright clothing, because here's the thing. If you're there to buy and if you're looking for deals, you don't want to be missed. You don't want him looking around the room taking bids for, or her taking bids from other people. You want them to see you. You want them to notice you. I wear yellow and orange, and I try to wear bright colors. If I'm going to wear a hat, I try to wear one that is not a baseball cap, because there's 100 guys that are wearing baseball caps. So a lot of times I'll wear bandanas, and sometimes I'll wear really odd colored ones, or you know, an odd pattern, stuff that'll draw attention, they'll pick me out of a crowd. So do your research. Don't dress like everybody. You do want to stand out in this arena. You also, and that's two, you also want to arrive early for multiple reasons. One of the reasons you want to arrive early is to get a good parking spot. If it's a good buying day, you don't want to carry this stuff any further than you have to. It'll save you time. Get a good parking spot. You also want to get a good parking spot inside. Find a great chair, a great seat, a great bench, whatever the seating venue is. I realize some of them are estate auctions and there are no setting places. You just follow the auctioneer around. So then it's just a matter of staying close to him and staying in front of you. But if there's seating, pick a good seat. Bring an empty box. And if it's jacket weather, put your jacket on the seat. Most folks are honest. They're not going to take your jacket. If it's hot, warm, you're not wearing a jacket, take your box, put it in your seat. Most folks will honor it and won't move your box. So pick your seat, mark it, and have a great seat in front where they can see you and you can see what's going on. Number 5, that was 4. Pick your location. I kind of put 3 and 4 together. 3 is arrive early, and 4 is pick your location, pick a good seat. And if it is an estate and you're walking around, just make sure that you stay in front of the auctioneer. You know, don't go knocking little old ladies down or anything, but position yourself. Make sure that they can clearly see you and you can clearly see what's going on, and you'll have some success. Number 5 is disrupt rhythm. Now this seems impolite, and it's like it's against the nature, my wife's nature. She just doesn't want to offend anybody. She just wants to go with the flow. Going with the flow in an auction will cost you money. It's in their best interest that things move very quickly, very fastly, that they're getting people moving as fast as possible. It's in their favor, not yours. Disrupt the rhythm. When they're looking at you and it's your bid, take a few moments. Let them hang there for a minute, and then when they're waiting for you to say yes or no, then give your answer. Disrupt the rhythm. Don't let them steamroll. Don't let them just hammer everybody. Take your time. Another way to disrupt rhythm is what I had, number 6. Odd bids. Give odd bids, because they're trained to go by ones. They're trained to go by 250, and they're trained to go by 5, and they're trained to go by 10. So if you bid 21 on an item, if it's going 10, 15, 20, and you bid 21 on an item, that's not only disrupted their rhythm. His next natural inclination is to go to 22. Not 22.50 or not 25. So do odd bids. If you think you're going to get the first bid on an item, and you think that this item is worth, that you're willing to pay somewhere between 20 and 25 bucks, if you bid 20, his next hit's going to be 22.50. So bid 21. Then he'll bid, not only the auctioneer, but the crowd is thinking 22 is what's next. Or if it's going 10, 20, 30, bid 43, bid 46. Be bold. Bid odd amounts. It'll disrupt the flow it'll disrupt the rhythm. It'll throw the auctioneer off his game, and it'll slow things down. And slow benefits you. So disrupt the rhythm. Take your time. Don't let them rush you. And make odd bids. So that's 6. Another important one is stay late. I can't stress this enough. I watch people they come early, they get tired, and halfway, 3/4 of the way through the auction, halfway through, people start filing out. 3/4 of the way, half of the people are gone. And then late, there's just maybe 1/4 of the people left, and some of the best deals of the day come at the very end. For one, there's less people to bid against you. For one, they're tired. For two, the auctioneer's tired. Some of the excitement has left the building or the area. Excitement, the more people there is, the more excitement there is. And when those people leave, a lot of that excitement leaves with them. And without excitement, you can get a better deal. Tons of the best deals I've ever gotten come late in the day. You'll be able, and this isn't for everyone, but you'll be able to buy whole tables full of stuff at cheap prices because nobody wants to load it up. Everybody's tired. That's not their thing. They don't want to have a yard sale. They don't want to list it on Facebook or eBay or Craigslist. They just wanted that rolling pin that reminds them of the one that was in Grandma's house. And a lot of times you can make deals on the side. I try to do that every auction. There was an auction not too long ago. I think I did a video. Sometimes the crowd loses interest for a minute or two, and you can jump in there and get a good deal. I bought a tabletop full of stuff for $2. A gentleman come up and wanted to buy 2 metal triangle signs that were in the lot. I told him $2, which was still a great buy for him. But it meant I bought everything on that table for free. So stay late. Some of the best deals are late, and you can also do some side deals with other auction attendees while you're there. So 1, research. 2, how you dress. 3, arrive early. 4, pick a good location. 5, disrupt the rhythm. 6, make odd bids. 7, stay late. But the number 1, most important, absolutely, hands down, most important tip I can give you about how to be successful when attending auctions is to leave your emotions in the car. Leave your emotions at the door. Leave your emotions at home. Do not get emotionally attached to this item or that item. Or another issue I see is people get emotional and they're just not going to let this other guy win the bid. That's going to cost you money. Do not get emotional. Don't get attached to items, and don't get in a bidding war with somebody else. If they're willing to pay more than it's worth, you'll be more successful if you let them have the item. Went to an auction recently, seen a case of the guy was basically in a bidding war with another gentleman, wasn't going to let him win this bid. This guy paid $27.50 per box, bought 3 boxes of 9mm ammunition that you can buy at Rural King almost any day of the week for $11 a box. He paid almost 3 times a box for 3 boxes because he got emotional about winning. And by getting emotional about winning, he lost. He lost a great deal. So, emotions are the most important thing. Do not get wrapped up in your emotions. If you feel your emotions escalating and building to a crescendo, take a deep breath. Walk away. Go use the restroom. Get a soft drink. Get a drink of water. If you smoke, go smoke a cigarette. But if your emotions are building, walk away, because your emotions will cost you money every time. So the 8 tips to being successful at attending an auction is: 1, research; 2, how you dress; 3, arrive early; 4, pick a good location; 5, disrupt the rhythm; 6, make odd bids as much as possible; 7, stay late; and number 8, and the absolute most important, is leave your emotions checked at the door. Hope this helps. I hope you have serious auction success, and Godspeed, guys. We appreciate each and every one of you.